crap, are you filming? Hi, I'm Luke Mckenzie, survival expert and outdoor enthusiast. Follow me into the wild as I teach you how to survive in the wild. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do when you're stuck in the woods, which I obviously am, I've been out here, I can't film, I need hair gel. Hiking and backpacking for 3 weeks. If you've been out in the woods for this long like me, you've learned to become one with the forest. Every survival expert knows the most important thing you have to do is find comfort and shelter. So come along with me as I show you the ways. So surviving in the wild is all about using your resources to your advantage. Preparing. But if you're not prepared, using the resources you do have. So I'm going to show you how to find the most useful resource, shelter. Ah, here we are. This here is the perfect shelter. As you see here, you get shelter from the wind and rain with these rocks and branches here. The perfect spot to spend a cozy night. This here is an optimal place to survive in the wild. I think I'm gonna make this my home for the night. Are you filming again? Get out, go. I'm surviving in here. They don't have to know this is real. Don't put it in. It's all for the money. You think I really know how to survive? I don't care crap about survival. Until it is good. So, as it nears the evening, you may have to sacrifice style for comfort, in which case I have chosen to bring along this blue hoodie. So, while it will cover up your collared shirt, you might not look quite as fresh, but hey, you won't be dead. Have you ever seen a dead man say, hey, at least I looked fresh? No, probably not. You have to make some sacrifices. So, here we go. I mean, I probably still look like an 8 out of 10. I mean, it probably only brought me down like 2 notches. So, every survivalist knows the most important tool you need is a knife. Now, while that is true, I believe that there's a multiple way tie for first. I think that another important tool would be a lighter. So, I'm gonna show you how to make a fire. So the first thing you're gonna need is to gather material. So, perfect thing to start a fire with, everybody knows this is leaves. There's leaves everywhere, so I'm just gonna grab a handful of leaves off a tree. Any tree will do. Wise to grab several handfuls. Okay, now that I got my leaves, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna clear a spot to make my fire. So, that should be good, okay. Now, I'm gonna put my leaves down and find some sticks. Now, some people have talked about a TP method of making fires, where you make sticks into a TP. That's hard to do. I didn't design the Eiffel Tower. I don't know how to make a TP out of sticks. I'm not gonna be an architect, so I believe in I call it the lay down method, where you lay down sticks on top of the leaves. There we go. That's the perfect start of a fire. So, once your fire gets going, you might need to add some big wood. But, I mean, everybody talks about, you don't need to worry about that. Just grab a bunch of little sticks and have a nice fire for yourself. So, you're gonna come over here and just start the fire up. Get your lighter, sit down, and start the fire. Hey, turn the camera off. Did you not fill up my lighter before we left? You mean I'm here in the middle of the woods with no God, what do you... Why do you work for me? We're gonna have to make this work. Okay, now, as you can see, I have made a roaring fire using my leaves and the stick method that I talked about. It works really well. Anybody should be able to get a fire going. I mean, it took me, like a minute to get a fire going. If you're not quite as proficient, you could probably get a fire going in, like, maybe like an hour and a half. But just using my lighter and my leaves, I was able to just flick it right up and it just burst into flames here. This will provide me with warmth for the night until I'm ready to settle down in my shelter to sleep, and it's gonna keep the bears away and any other scary creatures that you probably don't want to deal with in the woods, because let's face it all, we all have a common fear. Squirrels, and it will keep those away. As a matter of fact, burn their acorns. Those be gone forever. Okay, so this fire will not start a forest fire because you've cleared the area around it and it's perfectly safe, and now you know how to stay warm and scare away all the squirrels at night. Okay, so I've been surviving in the woods for, let's see, today's the 8th. Look at my calendar. I've been surviving in the world for, crap, what's that? 4 weeks. I've been in the wilderness for 4 weeks with no access to any modern amenities, technology, or food. I've been scrounging around, scavenging for my food, which is another important thing. You need to know how to find a food source. So, when looking for a food source, many people think about killing animals for food. Well, that's not very practical because animals are pretty darn hard to catch. I mean, have you ever caught an animal? I mean, have you ever chased a squirrel? They run pretty fast. So, my food choice usually is plants. Now, it's pretty healthy. It's like eating a salad. I mean, honestly, all you gotta do is imagine it. You're at Whole Foods and it fits right in. Vegan, great. Pretty much anything that doesn't look rotten, munched on, or thorny is a good option. Now, I often like to choose small, tender leaves because they taste the finest. So, as I'm picking myself a salad here, you just gotta envision you have Caesar dressing because, I mean, there isn't exactly a Caesar dressing plant. So, it's nutritious and it's pretty good. I mean, especially for all you health freaks out there. It tastes just like the crap you guys eat every day. Oh, God. That freaking sucks. Gotta get that taste out of my mouth. Who would do that? Oh. Okay. Moving on. Squirrel! Squirrel! Go, 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 squirrel! Okay. So, sometimes when you're being chased by squirrels, the thing you need to do is you need to climb a tree because squirrels can't climb trees. Okay, so, what do I do? Okay, so to climb a tree, you gotta choose a tree with low, sturdy branches and climb. Okay. Okay, so now that you're safely in a tree, the squirrels will never find you. So you might just have to wait it out. Now that we've evaded the squirrel danger, I'm gonna show you how to safely dismount a tree. So you want to climb down, making sure to grab only the strongest branches. This is treacherous. Okay, you want to climb down the last bit, and you want to try not to fall. That was dangerous. Do they not have Uber here? I gotta get out. SOS!